Viral moment of the week. Let's see what we got.
The NFL's top duo is staying together, and Joe. Are you happy? All right. So Jamar Chase signs a 4-year, $161 million deal.
Boy, got that bad.
$112 million guaranteed. All right. Making him above Garrett as the highest paid non-QB in NFL history. All right. And then his dynamic duo, person on the other side, T. Higgins, secures a 4-year, $115 million deal. So the wild stat is with this book, and I really want to hear what you got to say, the Bengals are spending 44% of their whole salary cap on 3 offensive players, Joe Burrow, Chase, and Higgins, all right? So 44% of your team is tied up within 3 players within the salary cap.
Right.
Good decision, bad decision. What's your thoughts?
Excellent decision.
Why so?
Because who's in their division, Peggy? The Browns.
They got the Browns?
Good defense.
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
I see where you're going.
Great defense. Baltimore. Great defense. You understand what I'm saying? See, somebody may see this and they say to themselves like, yo, bro, why in the world would I spend that much money on the offensive side alone? It's because they understand the importance of putting up points.
Yeah.
You can't chase ghosts and say like, hey, man, that they got to stay. Man, listen, dog. We're giving our guy, in Joe Burrow, the amenities that he needs to make sure that this book of business that he's operating in and with is always going to be premium of what he needs.
But when you talk about defense, does it come off like they forgot about their defense? Right now, they're spending $115.1 million on those 3 players. Their whole entire defense is $79 million. Like, we knew Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, they were killing it last year. The defense struggled.
It showed.
And then they took more money and dumped it on the offensive side that's already doing well, which they needed these pieces.
Right.
But they haven't invested the same amount or even nowhere near into the defense.
So investing in something that you don't know versus something that you do know. You see, for everything that you got to say, Peggy, I'm a really combat it where I'm trying to put myself in the executive decisions, the head coaching, and the scouting, and saying like, hey, bro, we know what we have in our team. Let's not shuffle the deck on offense. We're good. We led the league in the top 3, top 5 with passing yards, passing efficiencies, and passing touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's unheard of. Given any type of circumstances, the Cincinnati Bengals was a number 2 to number 3 seed. Joe Burrow wins MVP. No ifs, ands, or buts about that, right? He had the resume last year, the statistics last year to be a MVP award winner, not just a candidate, an MVP award winner. Yeah. He led the league in passing yards, top 5 in touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken, as well as just quarterback efficiency, QBR. Yeah. So he's been protecting the football, and some would say, my good constituent at ESPN, Chris Canty, would say that Joe Burrow is overrated. I would like to say, hey, bro, let's stay off the whatever, too much coffee, too much caffeine that you're on, because Joe Burrow is an absolute baller. Yeah. That's when you got to insert ballin' Jim Jones. You dig what I'm saying? Because he really is.
So what do you think, and how do you think they can afford, obviously, Trey Hendrickson, the DNA? They need to pick him up. He's a very important piece to the defense. He's out there right now. Do you think this will hurt the chances of them signing him?
No, listen. Understand these legacy teams, these old school teams, these old money teams, Cincinnati Bengals, Kansas City Chiefs, the Dallas Cowboys, the Green Bay Packers, they have something in common. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they take care of their guys. You see what I'm saying? Understand what's happening here. You said it last week. Did the Dallas Cowboys or do the Dallas Cowboys go out in free agency and spend money?
No.
They don't, right?
Take care of the home team.
This is what the Cincinnati Bengals have been doing or are doing right now. We're taking care of our guys. We don't want T. Higgins to go test the market in free agency. We don't want to ship him off to Carolina. We don't want to ship him off to the New York Jets. We don't want to ship him off to the Houston Texans. Why would we want to do that? He's an intricate piece. And I don't give a damn if they want to label him a number 2, a number 3, number 1, number 4, number 5. He's an intricate piece. And everybody in the Cincinnati Bengals organization has identified that. Yeah. I think we put too much labor and thought into, but is he a number 1 or number 2? He's an intricate piece, man. Yeah. And they want to keep that. They understand the success of Jamar Chase is also not contingent just only on Joe Burrow. It's also because of T. Higgins.
A lot of people do forget that part.
T. Higgins understands that. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? In any situation, you want your guy to be able to beat man to man. But when they scheme your guy, we need another guy to be able to beat man to man. Mm-hmm. Don't forget about that. So to your point, Cincinnati Bengals does take care of their guys, and the DN is just up next.
So do you think, now choose your duo, do you think T. Higgins, Jamar Chase is the best wide receiver duo in the league? And if not, who? Obviously, you're making noise out there with Philly with Brown and Devontae Smith. You got
keep going.
You got Miami. I mean, you got so many dynamic duos in the league now. Who would you name your perfect dynamic wide receiver duo?
See, this is where we get it twisted.
Because Steelers now have a dynamic duo too, so go ahead.
Because you have to think about it through this lens, and people who know ball knows this. This is not a dynamic duo, Peggy.
Why not?
This is a terrific trio.
I get what you're saying.
Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase. They're the best trio in the league. You understand what I'm saying here? Yeah. You can go and say Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Tua Tagovailoa. That's the question mark. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You could say A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts. They're not asked to do the same because I would say that's the best quad in the league because you got quads as well. You understand? Two different formulas for different teams.
But if you had to put those 3-on-3 against the
Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, and A.J. Brown versus Burrow,
T. Higgins.
Just those guys alone, the team structure is the team's philosophy is different.
Okay.
You see, if you're asking me, would I think that the four, add in Saquon and Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, they're the best team offense. Yeah. But just with those three guys alone, with Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, and A.J. Brown versus T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, I'm going with the Bengals.
I got to go with Burrow and the Bengals.
You see what I'm saying? And I said this to Jalen Hurts, and I'm saying this to all the Philly fans. They're not asked to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. They're not. And that's always been my merit. I'm not backing away from that. It's what I'm asking Joe Burrow to do. I'm not asking that from Jalen Hurts. If you're asking me if I need somebody to go win a football game, Jalen Hurts has put the league on notice to say, hey, dog, I'm not the cute guy here. Yeah. I just fucking win football games. Yeah. And he's made me and a lot of people a believer. If you have to win a fucking football game, I'm going with fucking Jalen Hurts. He has this aura about himself. It's like, man, look, I ain't the popular pick, but shit, I just motherfucking win. Yeah. However I need to. Running,
so you saying
tush push,
Hurts.
Throw. It don't matter.
Okay. So
I'm going to win.
Over Burrow.
I'm going to win. Yes.
To win a game. Okay.
Yes. Yes. So understand, we all have this thought process of this versus that, but it's different formulas though. Mm-hmm. You're trying to ask yourself, like, which one tastes better, ice cream or spaghetti? It's two different yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just using that.
Dessert versus dinner.
It's different teams' philosophy that how they attack defenses. Yeah. If you add in that fourth player, I don't even know who the fuck the Cincinnati Bengals running back is. Now, we're comparing these teams that have different formulas to attack defenses, and that's all my point is. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. So shout out to Jamar Chase for signing that big deal, man. Big ups to Joe Burrow. Keep doing exactly what you're doing, understanding that when you come here on 4th and 1, every single thing that's uttered has merit to it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Next clip.